My entitled cousin inherited $700K and mocked me. Enjoy being poor. He gloated. I just smiled, knowing he had no idea how to manage money. 8 months later, he was screaming at my door, broke and betrayed, after losing it all. I, 32M, grew up with my cousin Trevor, 29M, in what you'd call a complicated family dynamic. His mom, my Aunt Lorraine, always made sure Trevor had everything while my mom struggled as a single parent. Uncle Raymond, Trevor's dad, was the family golden boy who made it big in sales, while my dad split when I was 4. The contrast between our lives was stark but manageable until about a year ago when our grandmother passed. She'd always been the family peacekeeper, the one person who treated everyone equally. Her death hit me hard, not just emotionally, but financially too. See, I'd been helping Gran with everything for years, driving her to appointments, managing her meds, fixing things around her house, even handling her bills when her eyesight got bad. Trevor visited maybe twice a year, usually when he needed money. When the will was read, I expected something small, maybe her recipe book or the fishing gear we'd used together. Instead, I got her old Toyota, worth maybe $8K and $15K in cash. Trevor got her house, worth about $250K and $450K in investments in cash. I was shocked but kept my face neutral. My mom squeezed my hand under the table when the lawyer finished reading. "It's what she wanted," she whispered. I nodded, still processing. Trevor, though, he couldn't contain himself. His face lit up like he'd won the lottery, which, essentially, he had. The real kicker came at the post-funeral gathering at Gran's house, now Trevor's house. I was in the kitchen grabbing a water when Trevor cornered me. "Bet you're pissed, huh?" He smirked, leaning against the counter. "All those years playing nurse, and what'd it get you? A crappy old car." I shrugged. I didn't help Gran for money. He laughed, that annoying snort laugh he's had since we were kids. "Right, sure. Whatever helps you sleep at night, man." I tried to move past him, but he blocked my way. "Know what I'm doing first? Buying that Audi R8 I've always wanted. Then maybe a vacation somewhere with actual beaches." "Cool, hope you enjoy it," I said, genuinely meaning it. No point being bitter. He grabbed my shoulder. "Hey, don't worry. If you're nice, maybe I'll let you wash it sometimes." Then, lowering his voice, "Enjoy being poor, cousin. Some things never change." I just smiled. Because here's what Trevor didn't know. I'm a financial advisor, have been for 10 years. I manage millions for clients every day. And just by looking at Trevor's gleaming eyes, I could tell he had absolutely no idea how to handle that kind of money. I didn't say any of this, just nodded and walked away, while Trevor announced to everyone he was buying rounds at the most expensive bar in town. That night, my mom called. "I'm sorry about the will," she said quietly. "Don't be. Gran could do whatever she wanted with her money. But after everything you did for her." "Mom, it's fine, really." I paused. "Besides, Trevor's gonna blow through that money so fast it'll make your head spin." "You think?" "I know." 2 days later, Trevor texted a photo of himself sitting in a brand new Audi R8. Caption, "Dreams do come true. For some of us anyway." I didn't respond, just saved the photo. Something told me I'd want to remember this moment. Update 1, 3 months in. It's been about 3 months since Trevor's windfall, and exactly as predicted, things are getting interesting. The Audi was just the beginning. From what I've gathered through family gossip and Trevor's endless social media posts, he spent at least $270K already. The car, $170K, paid in full, no finance, business investment with his buddy Nathan in some crypto scheme, $50K. A trip to Vegas with his girlfriend, Amber, $30K. Designer clothes, watches, etc. Easily another $20K. Plus he's renting a luxury apartment downtown. His old place wasn't befitting his new status. Last week, I ran into Aunt Lorraine at the grocery store. She pulled me aside by the frozen foods. "Trevor's not returning my calls," she said, looking worried. "Have you heard from him?" I hadn't tried to either. "He's probably just busy enjoying his inheritance," I offered. She twisted her wedding ring nervously. "That's what I'm afraid of. Raymond and I tried to talk to him about investing wisely, but he just laughed and said we're too old school." I nodded sympathetically but kept my thoughts to myself. Trevor had always been impulsive with money, maxing out credit cards, borrowing from family, once even pawning his dad's golf clubs for casino cash. But now he had no guardrails. Aunt Lorraine sighed. He's taking financial advice from Nathan now. That boy couldn't manage a lemonade stand. I knew Nathan from high school, guy who always had foolproof get-rich-quick schemes. Once convinced Trevor to invest in a premium sneaker reselling business that mysteriously collapsed after the first month. A week after the grocery store encounter, Trevor called me, first time since the funeral. "Hey cousin," he said, sounding way too cheerful. "How's life in the peasant lane?" I was in the middle of meeting prep but answered anyway. "Can't complain. What's up?" "So listen, I need some professional advice." He paused. "About stocks and stuff." I almost laughed. "Stocks and stuff?" "Yeah, I've got about 200K I'm thinking of investing. Nathan's got this friend who says..." "Trevor," I cut in, "if you want actual advice, I'd need to set up a proper consultation. Review your full financial picture." He scoffed. "Dude, I'm not paying you. We're family." "Then as family, my advice is don't take investment tips from Nathan's friends." Silence, then. "You're just jealous I've got money now and you don't." I sighed. "If that's what you think, why call me for advice?" "Forget it," he snapped. "I was trying to throw you a bone. But forget it." He hung up. I went back to my meeting notes. That evening, my phone blew up with texts from my mom. Trevor had apparently lost 40K at a casino over the weekend. Aunt Lorraine was freaking out. Uncle Raymond had offered to help manage the rest of the money. Trevor had told them all to mind their own business. I thought about calling him, but decided against it. Some lessons have to be learned the hard way. 3 weeks later, Trevor posted photos from another Vegas trip, this time with a different girl, not Amber. In one picture, he was splayed across a poker table, chips stacked high, captioned, "When you're hot, you're hot." The next photo, posted 6 hours later, was just a glass of whiskey with the caption, "Win some, lose some." I showed my girlfriend Ellie the posts. "That doesn't look good," she said, frowning. "Nope. Are you gonna reach out?" I shook my head. He wouldn't listen anyway. Update 2. 6 months later. Things have escalated quickly in Trevorland. Remember that business investment with Nathan? Turns out it was some obscure cryptocurrency that crashed spectacularly last month. Their 50K combined investment, mostly Trevor's money, is now worth about $700. Nathan's been MIA since, but that's just the beginning. 2 months ago, Trevor apparently got deeper into gambling. According to my cousin Olivia, who still talks to him, he's convinced he's found his calling because he won 15K on a football game. Never mind the 30K he'd lost before that win. Trevor's Instagram, once filled with Audi photos and designer shopping bags, has gotten darker. Cryptic posts about fake friends and life's tests. The luxury apartment is gone. He moved back to Grand's house after 3 months because the rent was a waste of money. The Audi's still around, but I heard from Olivia that he's trying to sell it for quick cash, at a steep discount, of course. Then came the text that surprised me. "Trevor, need to talk. Financial stuff. Or real this time. No nonsense." Against my better judgment, I agreed to meet him for coffee. Professional curiosity maybe, or some residual family loyalty. He showed up 20 minutes late, looking nothing like the gloating heir from 6 months ago. Dark circles under his eyes, expensive watch gone, wearing the same hoodie I remembered from before the inheritance. "Thanks for coming," he mumbled, sliding into the booth. I nodded. "What's going on?" He stared into his coffee for a long moment. "I messed up." "The money?" "Most of it, yeah." He rubbed his face. "I still have the house and about 120K cash left. The rest is gone." I did the math in my head. He'd burned through roughly 330K in 6 months. "Gambling?" I asked. He nodded. "Started in Vegas, then online. It's so easy, man. Just tap your phone and boom, 10 grand on the Steelers." "And the Audi?" His laugh was hollow. "Trying to sell it. Need cash fast." "What about Amber?" "Left when the money started running out. Now she's dating some tech bro." He looked up. "I need help, okay? Real help. Before I lose everything else." Part of me was tempted to remind him of the "enjoy being poor" comment, but what would that accomplish? "I can help you set up a proper financial plan," I said, "but you need to follow it. No exceptions." He nodded eagerly. "Anything. I'll do anything." We spent 2 hours going through his remaining assets, his debts, substantial, and creating a recovery plan. I even waived my usual fee. "Call it family charity. This could work," I told him, "if you're disciplined. No more gambling, period." I promise, he said, looking relieved. You're a lifesaver, seriously. For a moment, I thought maybe this disaster had actually taught him something valuable. I was wrong. 3 days later, Olivia called. Did you hear? Trevor's selling Gran's house. My stomach dropped. What? Why? He says he got a once-in-a-lifetime investment opportunity, needs capital fast. I immediately tried calling Trevor, straight to voicemail, texted him. No response. A week passed with no word. Then around 11 p.m. on a Tuesday, my doorbell rang. I opened it to find Trevor, wild-eyed and reeking of alcohol. You, he slurred, pointing at me. You did this. I stepped back. Did what? Jinxed me. Ever since we made that stupid plan, everything's gone wrong. He was practically shouting now. Trevor, calm down. The house is in escrow and I've lost almost all the remaining cash, down to my last $20K. His voice cracked. He promised it was guaranteed. Absolutely guaranteed. Who promised? This guy Nathan knows. Sports betting system. Couldn't lose. He laughed bitterly. Except I did. Almost every single bet. I sighed. Come inside. You shouldn't drive like this. Don't patronize me, he spat. I don't need your help. I need money. Gran should have left it to me in a trust or something. Not all at once. That's not fair. Fair? He exploded. You know what's not fair? You helping Gran for years was a long-term investment strategy. You knew she'd leave you something. I felt my patience evaporate. I helped her because she was family. Something you wouldn't understand. Oh, shut up with your holier-than-thou attitude. You've always been jealous of me. Jealous? I laughed. Trevor, I own my home outright. I have a solid retirement fund. I've built something sustainable. What exactly would I be jealous of? His face twisted. She should have left me everything, not even a cut to you. And there it was, the entitlement laid bare. Go home, Trevor. Sleep it off. I don't have a home anymore, he shouted. The house closes in 3 weeks. The buyer's already got a deposit down. I stared at him. You actually sold Gran's house? Had to. Needed the capital. For gambling. It was a sure thing. He ran his hands through his hair. Whatever. Doesn't matter now. Where are you staying? He shrugged. Still at Gran's till closing, then probably with Mom and Dad for a while. I nodded. Get some help, Trevor, for the gambling. He glared at me. I don't have a problem. I had a streak of bad luck. There's a difference. As he stumbled back to his Uber, I realized some people never learn their lessons, no matter how expensive they are. Final update. 8 months post-inheritance. It's been roughly 8 months since Gran's will changed our lives, and I think this will be my final update on the Trevor situation. The house closed 2 months ago, selling for $245K, after paying off the line of credit he'd taken against it. Yes, really? Trevor walked away with about $170K. Last chance money. He lost it all in 3 weeks. I know this because Aunt Lorraine called me crying. Trevor had moved back to his parents' home but was sneaking out at night to go to underground poker games. Uncle Raymond had found loan shark threats in Trevor's jacket. Apparently he owes another $30K to some very unpleasant people. We don't know what to do, Aunt Lorraine sobbed. We offered to pay for rehab, but he refuses. Says he can win it all back with one good night. Classic gambler's fallacy. I've seen it destroy client portfolios before. I suggested a family intervention. We organized it for the following Sunday. Me, my mom, Aunt Lorraine, Uncle Raymond, and their pastor. Trevor had been religious as a teen. Trevor showed up thinking it was just Sunday dinner. When he realized what was happening, he exploded. Are you kidding me? He shouted, looking around the room. An intervention? Like I'm some junkie? You are, Uncle Raymond said flatly. A gambling addict is still an addict. This is rich coming from you, Trevor snapped. Mr. 3 Martini lunch. The argument escalated until Trevor was red-faced, pointing at me. This was your idea, wasn't it? Saint Jason, the financial genius. Well, guess what? You don't get to judge me. None of you do. He stormed out, slamming the door so hard a family photo fell off the wall. Glass everywhere. Ironically, it was a picture from Gran's 80th birthday. 2 days later, around 8 a.m., frantic pounding on my front door woke me up. I opened it to find Trevor, face bruised, hands shaking. They're after me, he gasped, pushing past me into the house. The guys I owe. They cornered me last night, said next time they'll break more than just my ribs. I closed the door. Did you call the police? He laughed wildly. Police? Are you serious? These aren't exactly licensed lenders, Jason. I made him coffee, while he paced my living room. "I need 30K, he finally said. "Just a loan. I'll pay you back, I swear. I've got a job interview next week." "No," his head snapped up. "What?" I said, "No, I'm not giving you money. It's not giving. It's lending. We both know you can't pay it back. And even if you could, you wouldn't use it to pay off debts. You'd try to gamble your way out." His face twisted. "What happened to family helping family?" "That's exactly what I'm doing. Helping you by not enabling you." "So what am I supposed to do?" he shouted. "Let them break my legs. I'll help you file a police report. I'll drive you to Gamblers Anonymous. I'll even help you find a job. But I won't give you money." He stared at me for a long moment, then laughed bitterly. "Unbelievable. You've been waiting for this, haven't you? To see me crash and burn while you sit in your perfect little life." "Trevor, no, save it." He stood up. "I don't need your charity or your condescension. I'll figure it out myself. At least let me drive you to your parents." "Get lost, Jason," he exploded. "Just get all the way lost with your perfect little life and your perfect little advice." He stormed out, slamming my door too. I didn't hear from him for 2 weeks after that. Then Uncle Raymond called to say Trevor had skipped town, left a note saying he was handling things and not to worry. That was a month ago. According to Olivia, who still follows him on social media, he's in Vegas again. Posted a photo last week of a casino chip with the caption, "Phoenix Rising, watch this space." Some lessons are never learned, I guess. As for me, I put Gran's old Toyota in my garage and don't drive it much. The 15K she left me went straight into my nephew's college fund. Sometimes I visit her grave and tell her about my day, the way I used to during our Sunday calls. I don't tell her about Trevor though. I think she already knew what would happen.